So we got a problem with this DV8 bumper for the 80 millionth time. I know you're not surprised. So if you pull on it, it shouldn't move that much. Pull this side, it's way tighter. So there's a crack. There too. Crack right there. It's time to do some welding today. It just keeps breaking as expected. We're gonna have to re-weld that. Got some scrap metal laying around. I'm going to add these pieces to that section to kind of act as bracing and hopefully help with the cracking issue. So that was a ton of fun. Yeah, not really. So what I did there was I re-welded the crack, as you saw, the main crack in this bumper, but I did add also 2 extra side supports, cross members, whatever you want to call it, to make it look a little bit more like truss work and to kind of re-engineered what wasn't engineered to begin with. Now in the video description, I'll link the whole drama behind this DV8 bumper. It's been welded and repaired so many times. I've lost count of how many times it's cracked and tore itself apart. I believe this is the 4th or 5th time we've had to weld this thing. So what's the solution to this problem? Well, first I'll explain how I got into this problem to begin with, and that is an assumption on my part that when you saw these aftermarket off-road and over-glamping bumpers for sale online, I assumed that they were designed by actual engineers. The sad reality is the majority of these aftermarket bumpers are designed by kids using CAD, aka CAD jockeys, non-engineers using computer-aided design. They make it look good, they make it fit good, but no actual bona fide engineering principles are applied to these bumpers. And as you see with ours, when put to a real off-road test, daily off-road, because this thing has been off-road every day since it's been born, since we live out here. If it's put to a true daily off-road beating, they won't last. They will rip apart. Now, of course, that's a generalization. There are good aftermarket bumpers out there. Most of them, I think, are made in Australia, where there's more restrictions on how an aftermarket bumper can be made. In other words, they have to make aftermarket Australian bumpers up to their country's road standard. I'm presuming, again, that may mean that they actually see the eyes of an actual engineer and therefore don't tear themselves apart as easily as this one did. All right, that's nice, but moving forward, what are we going to do? Well, I got 2 backup plans. When this thing inevitably breaks itself again, one is to go with another aftermarket bumper for a Lexus GX460 and take my chances there. The second option is to go back with good old tried and true engineered OEM plastic. In other words, find a white plastic bumper on eBay or color match it, whatever, they're all available online, and glue that thing back on and then just cut it up and hack it up so I have the clearance, trim it out with edge trim, put the turn signals back in, and do any touch-ups underneath, you know, any vanity skids or anything like that to make it look halfway decent. Which one I'll go with, I don't know. I'm just playing it by ear. I'm still thinking about it. But I will say, if I could do it all over again, and this is my advice to you out there, if you've got a Toyota or a Lexus or Land Cruiser, you've got this nice Japanese engineered vehicle that will last forever. use caution when you get your aftermarket bumper. It's not going to be made in Japan. I wish I could find one made in Japan. It's going to be made in China or America using Chinese parts by someone who's not an engineer and is just making the thing look pretty and is hoping that you're just going to be a mall crawler and you're never actually going to put it through constant off-road use.
Yeah, baby! What in the devil was that? Here's your brake. Whoa. Yeah, gotta stay on ice up here. Turn into that. What's your voice? There might be a passenger. Oh, did it? Oh, shit. Oh! Oh! Oh, snap. Oh, boy, big one. Come on, let's get one here. Oh, yeah. Oh, baby.
And therefore, the whole concept of preventing things like stress fractures and fatigue fractures like what we repaired today won't ever become an issue that they have to deal with. So buyer beware, save yourself the headache I went through with this piece of junk, and think and research. If I were to do this again, I would simply cut the OEM plastic, trim it out, be done with it. It's free, it's light, and it will never break.